In this video, I'm going over how you can create that mobile from chapter 6, and then, of course, using the other instructions, you can either 3D print it or laser cut it or do whatever you want to make it a real object. So let's get started. I already drew a circle right here, and I'm going to just scale that to turn it into an ellipse. Now, if you remember, there's also a hole there that I'm also going to scale a little bit, just like that, right here. So it kind of looks like that. And then there's another piece in here that is just going to hang just like that. Okay. So you see everything is just 2D at this point. No 3D needed to get everything right, because it's basically just an extrusion at the very last end. And we're going to start from the inside, from the lowest part of our mobile, because we need to figure out the centroid for that first before we go any further. Now, this is a very simple mobile with only 2 pieces, but you can, really size this up to all kinds of number of pieces. Okay, so right here, what I'm going to do now, and this is a very simple one, and kind of don't need the plugin for that, but I'm going to use my get face properties, so the centroid and face properties plugin or extension. You have to have that installed first, and once it's installed, you can just right click on any face and click on get face properties. It'll give you some of these data like area and so on and so forth, but it also draws a crosshair at the centroid. Now, like I said earlier, this is fairly simple right here because this is a circle, and even as an ellipse, the center is right there. But what I want to do is I want to start adding a little hole there so that I have a point to support this. So I'm going to go up a little bit and draw this 1/8 inch radius hole right here. There you go. Now, I'm going to move this up just like that, so that this piece actually hangs really nicely. And what I'm also going to do, I'm going to make a copy, and I'm going to make sure that I'm moving in the green direction. You see here, of course, I can hold the shift key, then you see it a little better, that I'm moving only along the green direction, which means I'm just going up, and I'm making a copy of it right here. So I could be a little more precise with where I place things, but what this does is it places the 2 support points fair and square right there over each other. Okay, so that's good. So now what we're going to need here is the area of this guy. You can actually just do this. Just place a leader line that touches the face, and you get exactly the area right there. You could also have done it using my plugin, of course. So the next part is to get the centroid for this outer piece. Now, the way that the centroid plugin works is that it cannot handle internal holes, because there's a outside shape with 2 internal holes. There's one here, and then there's the other one right here, without modification. So there's a really easy fix for that. All you need to do is draw a single line from the outside edge to the internal hole. You got to do that for every internal hole. So since we have 2, there's one line that connects this guy, and there's one line that connects that guy. Alright, and at that point we're good, because then the centroid will be correct. So I'm going to go back to get face properties. You could note the area if you want to. We're going to need that later, but we can also do that a different way. So I'm going to click on OK. I want to get my crosshair. And the centroid for the outermost piece is right here right now. So we got the centroid for the innermost piece right here, outermost piece right there. And I'm going to, and this was the other way that we can get our area, of course, add a leader line by clicking on the face, which gives me immediately the area by default, and I got those. Okay, so that's the first part for this. And now the main question is, where am I going to put, and I'm just going to copy this here. I'm going to have to place my suspension point for the whole mobile somewhere up here. It's not going to be on the centroid here because this guy is weighing it down that way. And of course you can't hang it here because then this one's pulling down. So it's going to be somewhere here. So in order to find that, you're going to have to do a little bit of math and get your dimensions straight, and that's explained a little better in the book. So I'm going to let you look at that, and I think for the mechanics of it all, I'm going to make another video to explain how that works. But it's basically a force equilibrium where the weight of this guy, as expressed by the area here, pulls down there, and the weight of this guy pulls down here, and that allows you then to find that location. I'm going to skip that right now, and I'm just going to draw the location right in here. Okay, so the location is right here as a temporary line. I got my two centroids, one here, one there, and there's that. And then all I need to do is copy my hole right onto that line, again a little further up so that everything hangs nicely. And I'm going to hover over the side of the circle so that I can actually get its center. And again, you don't want to move this thing, but hit Control so that I copy, and then all I need to do is go onto this line, a little up, maybe right there, and I got my suspension point. Alrighty, so now I got everything that I need. I got the two shapes with all the holes. Now all you need to do is clean this up. Get rid of all of these lines because we don't need those. I'm going to say delete guides so that all of those are gone, and I'm going to just push-pull this up for as much as I want. Let's make it just 1/8 of an inch thick, and there, and we are good to go. Now all you need to do is follow the other instructions to print this or cut this or make this any which way, and once you suspend the whole thing from here and connect those two pieces right here, it'll hang nice and level, and you got yourself a nice mobile.